It's a middleweight Sunday here in San Antonio as the Dragon Zach Borrego takes on UFC Tessa Jordan Wright in our main event at Fury FC 88. But first, we have 9 other amateur fights, including a title fight where we've got Hope Holmes taking on Lizette Ramos. And what a way to get us going here in San Antonio. A chance for these fighters to showcase what they have.
Yeah, every time we come to this venue, every time we come to this town, this is the wildest venue we have. So I can't wait to see it. These fights are going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, and it is going to be a fun one. So let's get things started and join the 4th member of our broadcast crew, the best dressed man in MMA, the Fury Hall of Famer, Wayne Leggett.
Good afternoon, fight fans, and welcome to Cowboys in San Antonio, Texas for Fury FC 88, Wright versus Borrego. But first, please welcome to the blue corner for your opening preliminary contest, Justin Weschenfelder.
All right, first fighter out, Justin Weschenfelder. Made his amateur debut at Fury FC 76 in March of 2023, so it's been a year, and his music is getting you amped up, right, Alex?
Man, it is. Do you guys remember Master W?
Yeah.
His fight was one of the most entertaining fights I think we've ever watched in Fury. It was at the Tech Point Arena against Cedric Hill, who's making his pro debut here pretty soon. And Master Dubs will throw down. He will not quit. He's got a good grappling arsenal to him, and he did some traditional martial arts, so he'll throw like a lot of side kicks. I don't think he threw a single jab in his first fight, and man was in it to win it. He ended up losing a split decision, but man, this guy was just packed full of entertainment. He got a warrior spirit. I was really happy when I saw his name on this fight card.
Yeah, super entertaining fight. Justin has 23 years of Olympic-style Taekwondo under his belt. And as you mentioned, has that background, is a lifelong practitioner of the arts. I love it. And such a fun fight. Excited to see him back here inside the amateur cage for his second fight.
Yeah, and it's always nice to see guys like him laying it out there, Alex, not going with their traditional point style fighting. You know, sometimes they can tend to be just use their lifelong martial arts to kind of keep the distance, but not in this case.
All right, Justin is inside, so let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Edgar Ruiz.
Edgar Ruiz, first time inside the Fury amateur cage for us on a 1-fight losing streak. He started his career 0-2, Michael. Last fight, he went the distance, got the win. He's also fought ZK, who we're going to see a little bit later on this undercard as well. So has some good experience against some good fighters. Excited to see what Edgar Ruiz has.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, and you know, this is an interesting opponent for him also. So it'll be interesting to see how he deals with the striking of Weschenfelder, but also just, you know, kind of the overall, you know, he's 1-3. Of course, he wants to get his record back on the right track. He wants to get this win here so he can start getting his record in a positive direction. But, you know, this is a tough thing. I would think that his plan for this, Alex, would be to try to get this to the ground, but also, you know, with an opponent with a little bit of savvy on the ground too, might be tough.
So yeah, Master W comes from House of Jiu-Jitsu. I know he's got the striking background, but in his last fight, he actually had his best moments on the mats. So, I mean, I expect a crazy fight in this opening AMI fight for the night.
There's always something special here at Cowboys Dancehall, so hopefully it lives up to that billing. Both fighters are inside, getting final instructions here. Let's get our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening preliminary contest, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 133.2 pounds. Fighting out of Southtown, San Antonio, Texas. Today, he looks for his first win as an amateur. Here is Master W, Justin Weschenfelder. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed in at 132.4 pounds. fighting out of Seguin, Texas. Today, he looks for amateur victory number 2. Here is Edgar Ruiz. Your referee in charge of the action, Nick the Ghost Gonzalez.
All right, first fight, Nick Gonzalez with the assignment. Blue gloves for Master W. And that's how we're going to start things off.
Flying sidekick, Liu Kang style for the Mortal Kombat fans out there. He is in bottom half guard to start this fight. But that was awesome. High risk move, often has a high reward. Nice little explosive scramble back to his feet.
It was hard to tell whenever he got to the full height if he was going for a kick or if he was, ooh, he's in a rear naked choke here.
I think just like the volatile movement of being so fresh in a fight is what's kind of keeping him in these scrambles.
And really tight, strong ground game there from Edgar Ruiz. Hasn't given Justin a chance to breathe. Now raining down a few shots until he got off and now trying to work the back.
To his feet though, does Master W get? I mean, there's pacing for fights and then there's this. He lands a front kick to the head.
Body shots there from Ruiz.
Both guys taking a deep breath.
Yeah, Justin barely missing with those kicks. He went right over the head of Edgar Ruiz.
Yeah, for the third time.
I was going to say, Alex, the way that started, I couldn't tell if it was a kick or if he was going for a flying triangle that was locked up before he hit the ground.
That would have been something.
That would have been crazy. The 23-year Taekwondo martial artist lands a flying triangle right off the bat. Has there ever been a triangle finish in 6 seconds of the first round?
And he's back up. Now he went for a jumping side kick. I think he put a little too much gunpowder on that cannonball and overshot, which happens.
1 minute left. Round one. Ooh, a big right just missing. High kick there.
And is it just me today, fellas, or do we seem like we're in the cage today?
Yeah. There's no catwalk for us, so.
I always like this venue because we are, on the chain link.
Right, full count now for Ruiz.
Just a super explosive scramble out into a reshot there from Master W.
I think Justin might be wise to find some distance here and maybe start throwing some jabs and some of those side kicks like he did in the first fight just to get some space.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not the jabs, at least.
Yeah.
It's like this is a great example of like why you have to have a good warm up. Because if you start a fight like this, it's just gonna be taxing. You can see in Ruiz. He's breathing hard, granted in great shape, but that's about as explosive as an entire round can get.
Let's take a look at that start.
Jump, side kick. Ruiz ducked it by, just enough.
That's how you go viral. If you connect with that one, that would have been nasty.
Those are the 3 high kicks we just saw. In terms of scoring that round, Master W, he went for more damage. I don't know if he did more damage, but he went for him.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think from aggression, you give him the round, maybe.
I think Ruiz had some good moments on the ground as well. Went for 2 submission attempts. But Master W did a good job of getting back up after each scramble, so I'm not sure. I have a feeling this one isn't going to get to the judges' scorecards, just the way the guys look. But maybe they needed that first round, exhale a little bit, now regroup, round 2.
I thought he was going to do it again.
He wanted to.
That would have been awesome.
See, that was a nice little crescent kick up the middle and then into a straight right hand there from Master W. And Ruiz is doing a good job. He's keeping his guard tight. He's using his jab, but when there's this much chaos and unpredictability, fundamental striking is really hard to get off. mean, like right there, he throws a head kick and then like slips a punch to his back, is mounted, but then explodes, hopefully out of it.
Now Ruiz throwing down big rights. Those are connecting, maybe getting slightly through the guard, but these are big punches, and now the back has been taken.
We've seen Mastroianni not give up in these exchanges. In his debut, he was in a fully locked to a naked choke, somehow gets out of it, and then reverses the guy and attacks himself. And it was like this in all 3 rounds last time, and I expect nothing different in this fight.
Yeah, he's continuing to make some fundamental mistakes that, you know, in these scrambles that, you know, I feel like if he would slow down just a hair, he might be able to avoid those mount positions and, you know, maybe some of these back takes. But I think you're right, Alex. I think that's falling on deaf ears for sure.
Oh, good right hander from Ruiz.
Oh, big left connects. Oh, and a right just gets through, and
yeah, that's
that is it.
Big TKO
Edgar
here.
Ruiz has enough firepower and dynamite in those hands to get the finish. And as you were saying, Michael, there's just few things to fix and tighten up there for Master W. Just technically, a lot of mistakes that left things open.
And then for what it's worth, no less entertaining. Like,
no,
I may be more of a fan of his now, despite not winning the fight, than before.
Take a look at our highlights and finish for round 2.
Yeah, you see he's taking a few shots here, and that big right hand finally finished it.
Oh yeah, big hammer.
One hammer fist,
and
he was out. But I mean, this fight was over as soon as Justin hit the mat. But you know, that's probably not the way either one of these guys pictured this fight going. But entertaining nonetheless.
Absolutely.
Master W falls to 0-2, the 37-year-old entertaining fighter. Let's make things official first.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Nick Gonzalez calls for a stop to the fight. 1 minute, 43 seconds into round number 2. Declaring your winner by TKO, Edgar Ruiz.
I hope to see Weschenfelder in the cage again. Love that, he just loves to fight, and that's great. And for Edgar Ruiz, moves his record to 2-3 now. A really nice showing here at Cowboys Dancehall for the Sagina night. I guess, how would you call somebody who lives in Seguin? A Seguinian?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Tariq Yashi.
Tariq Yashi making his debut. Coming all the way from McAllen, Texas, which is almost an extension of San Antonio.
Yeah, I think most people claim both. I think most people from this area claim the entire area.
Yep. And I know our folks in McAllen are like, no. Hey, that's our area. But nonetheless, good to see Tariq making the drive up here to San Antonio for his debut fight.
Yeah, Tariq at 0-0. This is one of those things where, you know, it's a fighter we don't know much about, and you know we say this all the time. Every time we have a 0-0 fighter that we don't have a lot of information on. John Jones was 0-0 one time, so we never know whenever we're going to be seeing the next big thing coming in here. So I'm always excited about amateur and pro debuts.
Tariq is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, David Fagade.
David Fagade also making his debut. 2 debut guys going at it. Love seeing that. Hometown of Ibadan, Nigeria. But training here in San Antonio at Submission Contest. The Black Swordsman. Debut guy with a nickname. I love it.
Yeah, and we talk about this a little bit, but we always hope that the nickname was given to him, because that's really the rule. Your nickname has to be given to you. You can't give yourself a nickname.
Yeah, there's a pretty common MMA like stigma. You can't choose your own fight name.
Yeah, and sometimes they're not always flattering, but
No.
they do change throughout the years.
Yeah, a lot of times it happens like in the gym, you know, you have a hard training session, your coach or one of your teammates just like makes a funny joke or a really cool like analogy, and that's how it sticks.
It's so funny to hear those nicknames. As you mentioned, it is from that training, from that camaraderie that just like gets going, right? People are excited about it. Our tail of the tape, by the way, brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka. Height advantage, reach advantage for David, the 23-year-old. Both guys did take weight for this lightweight bout. Let's get our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Lightweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 153.4 pounds. Fighting out of McAllen, Texas, today he makes his amateur debut. Here is Tarek Yaji. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet tall, and he weighed in officially at 152.6 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, by way of Ibadan, Nigeria. Today, he too makes his amateur debut. This is David Fagade. Your referee in charge, Professor Joe Solis.
All right, second fight of the night. Tarek in the blue gloves, David Fagade in the red. Let's see what these debut guys have in store for us.
Body kick thrown by David, but his knee ended up hitting Tarek right in the body pretty hard. You can hear it. Oh, that was a super low blow. Got him right in the cup. The first 2 knees were good, but the third one was right on the cup.
Yeah, as Tariq moved in, he kind of got closer. The knees were in the same spot. Tariq just kind of moved into that third one.
Let's take a look at that third knee.
Oh yeah, pretty undeniable there.
If he's playing darts, that's a bullseye.
Yeah.
Flush connect. Let the cup do its job, but it still hurts.
Oh.
Professor Joe Solis talking to Tarek, letting him know you can take your allocated time, no rush.
Yeah, once Joe told him he had more time, he got a little more dramatic about the pain.
Just getting that blood flow back in.
Yeah, that's
I don't
right.
know. All right.
Maybe Joe told him you can do a couple push-ups if you need to.
Just don't make him squat,
Yeah.
guys. That was a whole thing.
Yeah, Tarek, a switch stance fighter, he starts orthodox, but instantly switches to southpaw.
Man, that's a fluid kicks right there.
Drop attempt, kind of like an accidental scramble. That left hook of David's going to give Tarek some real problems here. Got to his feet though, neutralizing it. That was good.
And Fagade is extremely athletic. He's extremely long and really good at managing the distance here so far.
Again, he's powerful, but he's not loading up on his shots.
Really good build, man, for a 23-year-old, super strong.
He came in underweight at lightweight.
Yeah.
Those knees to the quad, they don't seem like much, but I'll tell you, they feel terrible.
By the way, both of these fighters had different opponents. Those opponents did change in the last few days. They wanted to still fight, so made this fight happen, which is nice. You're already here, might as well, if you can.
Yeah, we went from like 21 fights now to 17, which is still a lot, but a bit more manageable.
Yep.
A full night of fights here in San Antonio. big
Oh,
knee.
man, huge.
Yeah, I'm glad both of these guys still fought, because, especially for a debut.
Nice drop with a beautiful combination into a body lock, into mount. He's got to keep his hips high. Into the back take, his hips are a little high still. He's got both hooks in though and a body lock. And he's got David flattened out, yep.
Wow, what a momentum shift there in just a half a second. I mean, it seemed like Tariq was in a little trouble, and now all of a sudden, Fagade's on the bottom and in a lot of trouble here.
Tariq hit a nice little cross hook combo. Both punches landed flush. Kind of spun Fagade around and it led right to that takedown, to the mount, to the back take. And then still working that body lock ride.
Nice drag down. And good technical work there from Tarek. 25 seconds roughly left. Our clock might be off just a little bit because of that break for the cup. 10 seconds left.
You're all getting pretty, seem fine. Tariq didn't seem to complain, so must not have been a
Good first round.
Wow. Yeah, very competitive, very physical, very technical.
Take a look at round one highlights.
Yeah, the round started out, and I thought it was all Fagade. And you know, he started out for the first 2 minutes. I mean, he was dominating, even though with the cup shot that he had. You know, it was still. But there's that left hand, that right follow with the right, and a big takedown right into mount. And another tough round to score because, I mean, I think damage-wise, we don't know if Fagade may have fallen based off that second shot if he hadn't been, you know, gripped up and taken down. So really difficult to tell, but I think damage for sure goes to Tariq. So depending on how they're doing this, I mean, 2 minutes to Fagade and Tariq Yachi had about a minute. So unfortunately, that's not how they break it up, but entertaining first round.
See the ref warning Fagade about the potential low blows. Tariq did a good job not letting it deter him or break his focus. But there were a couple knees and punches on the clinch that were just on that waistline.
Oh man, these guys are unloading. Especially Tarek. Right up against us. Good knees there.
Those are good knees. Very consistent with them too. Again, that one's just right on the not on the top of the cup, but on the cup nonetheless.
You could hear the sound difference on that one.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the second one.
And he warned him right before the round started. Is he going to take a point? Maybe not. I think this is like the last one, the last warning.
Let's take a replay look at this one.
I mean, that's like on the waistline, but also on the cup. And you just can't make contact with the cup.
Yeah.
And like that's fair. If there's any foul to be like honestly pretty picky about, I think the cup shots. If it touches the cup, give him a second.
Oh, he's taking a point.
Point out. Yep.
There's the point.
There's the point.
You get a foul in the first round. He gets a warning in between rounds, and then you instantly make the foul again. Like that's pretty textbook judging.
Let me ask you guys real quickly, because in-house we did see replays. Inside the cage, should that be an immediate decision, or can you be influenced by that replay if you are the official inside?
So depending on what rules they're playing, like I know in Vegas for sure they have the official replay. They have the official replay to go back to. I don't think we're under those rules right now.
Yeah.
So I think that's just an immediate judge's discretion. I mean ref's discretion.
And David was complaining about a potential blow to down below, but I don't think that happened. pressure for me to stay sitting outside here.
It's a very physical, clinch-heavy fight, but the guys are being very active with knees and punches.
Ooh, nice right there from Tarek.
Oh, that was another good knee.
As long as Fagade is, I would like to see him, pull away from this clinch as much and try to manage the distance a little more and find his shots there.
Yeah, Fagade throws a good one too, but he loves the knees, whereas Tarek, he keeps throwing those big hooks, and that's why they're clinching up. Because Tarek's landing well, but he's throwing like 2 hooks to get inside, just like that, and that's where they're clinching. It's very hard to prevent unless Fagade really gets a good rhythm going with his footwork and really kind of bounces away. But that's not everyone's style.
Trick is right over by his corner. You can see his coach is telling him, elevate him, get him up. Trying for that high crotch. He's a little bit tall, so it's really difficult to get some leverage into there unless you're hip to hip.
Yeah.
So with your hips back, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get that high crotch. Maybe running the pipe and getting him on his back might be a better option here.
So yeah, if Tarek can unload here, he can maybe win the round, which would put him at a 10-8. But if they give that round to Fagade, then it's a 9-9 round. The judging and scoring on this one's going to be a bit peculiar if we end up seeing, the 3rd round finish.
Yeah, this is one of those fights, Alex, that as a debut for both fighters is being set up as a draw.
Oh, man, yeah.
So something you probably don't want.
So oddly enough, one of my amateurs, he had 2 fights, and his official record was 0-0-2. He had 2 draws.
To start his career.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was really strange. And in both fights, in the 3rd round, his opponent had got a foul. So, he won the 1st round, lost the 2nd round, and it was a draw in the 3rd. And it happened 2 times in a row. It was so weird.
Wow.
So, it happens.
And again, as you always mention, Michael, records are nice. You want a beautiful record, and you want the wins, obviously, but to get the experience as an amateur, that is the most important thing. All right, 3rd round. Fun fight so far. A lot of good clinch work.
Yeah, important 3rd round here because I don't think any fighter thinks that they're up on the card. I think they think they're even at best. So,
well, because that 1st round was hard to score.
Yeah, really hard to score.
Fagade won the early part of the round, but Tariq definitely got the 2nd half. And then round 2, there's a point taken away from Fagade, but he could have won it. Oh, a nice high kick, but he slips.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that high kick rocked Tariq a good bit.
Yeah, he needs to unload right here. If he finds a couple more times.
Yeah, you can see Tarek is kind of out of it, just going into survival mode. See if David can take full advantage of this. 2 minutes left.
Good front kick there.
This crowd is smelling that finish.
Uppercut.
Could this be enough for David?
Yeah, very, very close. If I were him, I would make the distance right here and continue just to throw those punches. He's not putting a ton behind him, so he's not expelling a lot of energy trying to finish this fight. But every punch that landed was effective there in that last exchange.
So, and if anyone's at home curious why Fagade's clinching up right now, it's because he's tired too. And even when you get guys hurt and you're tired, it's easy to clinch up with them, especially when they're throwing back crazy like Tariq is.
Man, Tarek is just throwing, walking away from the action, just in survival mode. I mean, this finish is there for the taking.
Only just over a minute left.
Yeah, and as amateurs, you got to be careful about stuff like that. You turn your back to your opponent, they may stop the fight on that alone.
Yeah.
The main thing is to, the safety of the fighters, and, especially at this amateur level, they're just not going to let them go as long. So you get rocked, you turn your back to the fighter, you may get stopped.
45 seconds. David has to really break open right now and try to get loose and get this finish because those judges' scorecards are going to be wild. Oh, holding his right eye now. Is there an eye poke that might have occurred?
Another low blow.
Well, an eye poke and a low blow at the same time.
Welcome to debut amateur fights.
That's the definition of tit for tat.
All right, let's take a look at this.
Well, I think that was a punch. That was a punch that hurt his eye.
Yeah, that was definitely a punch that hurt his eye, and it landed right on his eyeball.
So that was the eye damage. Let's see the cup damage.
Oh,
yeah, that was right on the cup. I mean, I don't mean to laugh. I'm just saying that was pretty. That was the reason I thought it was funny is because he kind of protested it.
Yeah.
But like I've been there before. When you knee someone in the cup opposed to the abdomen, you know what you hit. The cup is hard and plastic. The abdomen is not.
3 cup shots in one fight.
There was a bite in the UFC last night, and the guy denied it.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, it was being filmed. I was watching it. We know you bit him. And sure enough, he bit him.
Michael and I were talking to Professor Joe Solis, who is inside right now for this fight. And he was just talking about he has, so much training under his belt. Because sometimes when he's training with younger fighters or grappling, and he'll, work that arm across the face, there's this natural instinct where guys have bitten him before. And you're just like, I don't know if that was the case last night, but, it wasn't one of those situations where he's like, I didn't bite him. What are you talking about? It's just this natural instinct that happens. But
Take another point. Wow.
Oh, man.
I mean, he got a couple of warnings. I feel for Fagaday. I do feel for him. I mean, he's got a minute to unload.
Yeah, he has to unload now. And he had that finish there it looked like for a second. All right, let's see what he has.
Yeah, they're calling for a takedown, rightfully so. Now this all comes down to how they scored round number 1. I guess and 2 and 3, but I think Fagaday won 2 and 3. At least 3 for sure, which is a 9-9. Honestly, I'm curious to see the judges' scores now.
I think we've got a draw on our hands, gentlemen.
We could see a 27-27 maybe. I don't know. I don't want to guess.
Let's see what the judges do with this one, because we've never called a fight where a fighter has lost 2 points.
So if Fagaday wins all 3 rounds, the score would be 28-27. If they gave 1 round to Tariq, which could be the case, maybe 2 rounds, I don't know. We're looking at some wacky scores. We see, thankfully we got a good commissioner today in Gus. He's tabulating all the scores now. Doesn't look too bewildered, which is good. Oh, nope.
Yeah, I see some bewildering over there.
Hey, man, at least they got one of the more experienced commissioners on this one.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be interesting because he is absolutely confused right now.
Yeah, we were talking about biting, Rahil. Referee Joe Solis. If you bite Joe Solis, he's a little more tame. I'm going to tell you right now, you bite Alex Morono, you may leave there without your head.
I have a win by DQ from biting. I got bit in a fight. I hate telling this story. Gus just gave me a good wide-eyed look. I'm curious now to see these scores, but I don't like that. I have that on my record. I got bit by a guy.
Which fight was it?
It was a local fight against the guy named Rashid Abdul. I rematched him and triangle choked him, thankfully, but it was early on in my career.
All right, let's see how the judges scored this one. Wayne is inside. Take it away, Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Live Oak, Texas Vodka. All 3 judges score the fight 28-27, declaring a winner by unanimous decision, David Fagade.
Wow. David Fagade.
Congratulations. He dodged some bullets, man. He had to win all 3 rounds to win that fight. That's such a unique scenario. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Man, that was wild.
Yeah, and it's not like the fight was so dominant that we knew that he was winning all 3 rounds. I mean, that was very, very odd.
That was interesting.
All right, let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Matt Grice.
Matt Grice, first time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. Got his debut win against Dakota Paget via rear naked choke in February. So right back at it, love seeing that. Traveled all the way from Washington for an amateur fight.
Yeah, I saw. That's interesting. I'd be curious if he trains with Kiesa and Brady Beestead and those guys. There's actually a pretty good scene up there in Spokane, not the biggest city, but they do have a martial arts presence.
Yeah, Spokane is a really good sports town also. I remember when I played semi-pro football, the Spokane Nightmares were all the rage, and they would sell out their stadium. I mean, they would have a huge following up there. And so if you went up and played the Spokane Nightmares, you were playing in front of one of the few sellout crowds you would ever see at semi-pro football.
Wow. Does train with Adam Smith, who we've seen before, obviously.
Okay, yeah, that's the connection.
Yep. Matt Grice is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Caden Atkinson to the red corner.
Caden Atkinson, third time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. 1 fight losing streak right now. Both fights have gone the distance, so good experience thus far for Caden, the 19-year-old, right out of San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, Alex, Caden has a very similar story. 13 years old, all he's done is train MMA and wrestled in college. And you know, he has no idea, he has no backup plan. This is it. He wants to fight for a living, and he wants to make a statement today. So, Caden, this was a sleeper fight that Raheel and I do a production call, and this was their sleeper fight. They thought this was going to be a great fight. It's a great matchup.
Yeah, anyone with college wrestling experience is usually so prepared and equipped to do well in the cage in MMA, especially someone so young and so committed to the cause.
All right, Caden is inside. Let's get our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight, brought to you by Howlerhead Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed in at 133.6 pounds. Fighting out of Spokane, Washington, he holds an amateur record of 1 win, no losses. This is Matt Grice. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 135.8 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, his amateur record stands at 1 win, 1 loss. Here is Caden, the Rage Atkinson. Your referee in charge of the action, Greg Alvarez.
All right, Greg Alvarez inside, 3rd fight on our prelims broadcast. Matt Grice, blue gloves. Caden Atkinson, red.
Man, Atkinson with a very low stance. Usually when guys can stand that low with such a bend in their knees, it just goes to show how much of an athlete they are. Nice right hand there from Matt. single leg.
Wow.
Good wrestling there from Matt. Gonna dodge this triangle, but he's nearly past that bottom leg. Really good control of the hips there from Matt Christ on top. Nice to the back.
Oh, wow.
He's got his hands together, but Atkinson's got his right arm in.
Frantic pace so far.
A little reshot there from Christ. Christ with certainly a wrestling background. He's quick on these transitions. Nice, good 1-2 there from Cade. Chris punches.
You know, both these guys amateurs, both these guys countering well, both these guys fighting with their heads up, eyes open. I mean, you can see that these guys have a lot of gym experience. If they're, you know, not a ton of cage experience, but in the gym, these guys have been through it.
Man, that was a nice jab level change to a right uppercut there from Cade Atkinson. It was quick. Matt ate it really well. See a little damage on the right side of the face of Matt.
Yeah, not just the combination, but the retreat afterwards. Changing the angle. Really good technical boxing there.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice
big overhand right.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Under 1 minute left in round one. And good technical exchanges here. Ooh.
I can see why the matchmakers were excited about this matchup now.
It looks like pros fighting.
Yeah.
There's a good jab there. Just a little quicker cage jab than Matt's.
Oh, man, what an exchange on both guys. 20 seconds left.
Alex, you surprised as successful as that first takedown was? We haven't seen Grice try another one.
10 seconds left. Big knee there from Atkinson.
Yeah, they're both having success with the strikes. Caden's a little more fluid of a mover and striker than Matt, but Matt's powerful. He's found that overhand right a couple of times.
Take a look at our round one highlights.
Be sure to join us at McIntyre's.
Yeah, what a great and entertaining first round. Both guys showing, you know, just based off what we see in the first round, we can tell both these guys have a bright future no matter what happens in this fight. But good technical striking exchanges. Both guys just barely missing the spot. I mean, it looks like the worst of the damage is on Christ's face. He's got a little bit of blood outside that right eye, but not a lot of swelling yet, but something maybe to take a look at.
Yeah, there's a small cut right next to his eyelid, right in the middle. Nothing too bad though. I'm sure uncomfortable. But man, Caden was hopping up and down in between rounds, hustling back to his corner. Gets in good shape. If you're 19 in the fight, you better be in good shape.
And Matt Christ is 26, and he's like, wait, I'm the old one now. What is this?
One thing I like about Christ is his hand placement. It's just very consistently high.
There's that takedown attempt again.
Nice good jab. That's what's busting up the eye of Matt. It's Caden's jab. It's just so fast.
Oh,
Man, that striking is on point. That right eye is blowing up for Price.
yeah, Caden Atkinson ducked under that left hand, or that right hand, with an overhand right of his own and ducked out the back. Beautiful combinations here so far. Another takedown from Christ. Atkinson back to his feet, trying to break those grips of Matt Christ. Matt may be trying to wear on the cardio of Caden Atkinson a little bit.
Man, I mean, he's scoring these takedowns. He's getting control time, but I don't know if Caden is the type of guy you can gas. I mean,
So far, no.
Like one of my guys, Ricky, he's just a guy, he won't gas. And if he does, you'll be more tired than him. So these are good shots. I mean, he's using the wrestling to stay close and stay away from the sharp strikes of Caden, but I mean, I really don't see Caden fading.
Oh, nice.
Like, at all.
Caden Atkinson in college preparing for this fight at Shriner University. 19-year-old, third fight for him. Looking for that first finish in his young amateur career.
So notice the movement difference. Like Matt Price's hands are up, but his head doesn't move much because his feet aren't moving much. And that's a big difference in defense. You know, having the hands up is really only half the game. Knowing your range and movement is the other half. And that's just something that Caden really has on lock right now. He's just touching him and moving. You know, Matt's doing a great job finding his moments, but Caden really is picking him apart at range.
Caden's nickname, The Rage, it makes sense.
He's got a pace on him, and he's not slowing down. Oh, that was a big right hand. Oh, that was almost overshucked that shot. Matt did a good job dealing with some of the damage on his eye and not letting it phase him at all.
Man, that was a masterful round there from Caden Atkinson.
Yeah, it was. And like Matt's best moments were maybe in that round, but I think he just got a little outworked by Caden.
Yeah, another entertaining second round, but Caden Atkinson's showing some, I mean, real professional striking here. You know, Matt Kreis showing a little bit of, you know, his takedowns. He's able to control a little bit, and he's showing he has some power. Man, Caden Atkinson able to run right through those punches. See that big right hand there. Caden coming right back with a knee that doesn't land, but nevertheless, he's punching, he's striking back right away, Alex. This is an entertaining fight so far.
Yeah, very high level. You wouldn't have guessed that these guys are amateurs. Especially just with a combined total of only 3 fights. I mean, they look really sharp. Shout out to their team and the guys they train with. But honestly, that's kind of been the trend in these Fury amateur shows for the last, what, 2 years?
Yep.
It's just how good these amateurs look.
There's a reason our amateurs, when they make that jump to the pros, they're so comfortable, they're ready to go. Because the fights that they're taking on the amateur level, like this one, it's almost like a pro fight.
Yeah, it really is.
From a technical standpoint, speed, intensity. Round 3 underway. More striking here from The Rage.
See, like right there, Matt, instead of pressuring him and shooting, he pressures and throws the right hand. A nice, good right hand return there from Caden. Good low kick there from Matt. Matt uses his wrestling really well. Right when I think he's going to shoot, he punches. Right when I think he's going to punch, he shoots. Oh, good right hand there from Caden.
Man, Caden Atkinson is just a lot to deal with. Good striking, good wrestling, good defense. Let's see if he can get back to his feet here.
You see Matt really trying to pull the base out. All right, so there's been a significant shift in judging. Like, Matt had a very well-timed takedown, and he got it, but he's not landed a single strike. I mean, and he has to keep his hands connected to get Caden's base down. So, like, right here, he's eating some hammer fist. He was definitely getting outstruck before the shot. So, like, this is where, like, the value of top position has changed.
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, my opinion is, you know, we don't have any impact, we don't have any influence on the judges, but my opinion is this is not a point, this is not points, this is not scoring for Kreis. I mean, if there was nothing else going on, it would, but since, you know, he's losing the striking exchanges, he's just holding, I think all else considered, I just don't think this is the way to win a fight.
No. And again, and then no knock on Matt. He's fighting his butt off in here. But he's not done anything with this takedown since he got it. And not from lack of trying. I guarantee you, the moment he lets go of Caden's legs, Caden's up on his feet. So one thing I think Matt could do is maybe step his legs over and try to go Habib style and just kind of figure for the legs over the ankles or knees and then let his hands go to start punching. But again, much, much easier said than done.
Yeah, it's been about a minute and a half and really no advancement of getting into a position of getting offense now for Matt Price, but has negated the stand-up game, which I guess might have been the plan there, but you're down on the scorecards. Probably just in survival mode there, and took a lot of damage, did Price.
So I had a guy fight on Friday, and he was a clean sweep 30-27, but two judges gave his opponent, one judge gave him the second, one judge gave him the third. We didn't know how. So I like seeing the scores in fights like these to see if Caden wins the third round, as I think he should have. But it doesn't matter what I think. Well, we'll see what these judges think. It's cool. They have valued damage way more than ever in the past, which is good. Finally it's good. Because I'm a damage guy, not really a ground guy. But the consistency is what I think is most important. So, camps can strategize appropriately, especially when their fighter has a really good, grappling or wrestling base. I think this should be a 30-27 Caden, and we'll see what the judges think as well.
Yeah, I'm with you, Alex.
All right, Wayne is heading inside, so we'll find out how the judges scored this. Fun fight. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey. With scores of 30-27, 29-28, and 30-27, your winner by unanimous decision, Caden the Rage Atkinson.
Yeah, good scores. So one judge gave Matt Price one of the rounds, maybe round 3. I don't know, it doesn't matter, but that's what I'm talking about. It's not the most consistent thing, but anything that's subjective will also have inconsistencies.
I'm gonna go do a survey and see which one of these judges was a wrestler.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Christian Sanchez.
Christian Sanchez, third time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage, but hasn't fought at Fury since 2022. Is on a 2-fight win streak currently. Fought twice last year. Both of them wins. Both of them going the distance. Also had a kickboxing match in that time as well. Went the distance. So a guy with a lot of cage time. Walking out to the Cult of Personality. Most WWE fans might know, CM Punk's walkout.
Yeah, another House of Jiu-Jitsu fighter. I think they have 4 on tonight's card. Always good to have teammates fighting on the card.
Yeah, Christian Sanchez, very tall. This is a fight at 165, but very tall for the weight class. I assume he fights down at 155 or 145 most of the time, but very big for even 165.
Even at 167.6 on the scale. Let's meet his opponent. Hey.
Please welcome Johnny Ramirez to the red corner.
Johnny Ramirez, the 26-year-old, heading to the Fury Amateur Series cage for the first time. Also fought twice in 2023, went 1-1. Is on a 1-fight losing streak.
Yeah, Johnny Ramirez, when he's not fighting, he likes to golf, hunt, shoot guns. So,
in that order.
Yeah, Texas to the bone right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sounds like he's from Texas. See Dylan Aguilar, Fury bantamweight champ, just defended his belt. have another fighter in Zeke Cates fighting late tonight against Cade Foradori, which is a fantastic amateur fight.
Such a good fight.
Another fight that will look like pros fighting. Yeah, the Monsters can't stay active here in Fury. Got a couple guys fighting pro, a bunch of guys fighting amateur. Always throw down. This will be a fun fight.
Johnny Ramirez was an underwater welder for 3.5 years.
It's a dangerous job.
That is awesome. Our tail tape brought to you by Sheath Underwear. The height advantage and reach advantage for the 24-year-old Christian Sanchez with his 165-pound catch weight bout. Both fighters are inside. Let's get our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by SheathUnderwear.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series at a catch weight of 165 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he weighed in at 167.6 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, his amateur record stands at 3 wins, 2 losses. Here is Christian Esqueleto Sanchez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in officially at 162.6 pounds. Fighting out of Victoria, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 3 wins, 2 losses. Here is Johnny Showtime Ramirez. Your referee in charge, Nick Gonzalez.
All right, here we go. The ghost inside, making sure doors are closed. Sanchez, Ramirez. Oh, man, walked right into that right.
It got dropped into a double leg.
Yeah, it looks like it just shocked him a little bit. He seems fine right now. Able to control Ramirez a little bit up against the cage, but immediately went in for that takedown.
It was almost, oh wait, we're fighting.
Yeah.
And it was funny because Ramirez was kind of like find the range with some kicks, but then just rifles off a straight right, meets its mark, gets a knockdown early on. Sanchez has his hands together, but you saw Ramirez use that one kind of shallow underhook to hike.
Oh,
that was a low.
Knee there. Huge knee.
Oh, here we go.
Be enough. The ghost is watching,
yeah,
and that is it.
Oh, man.
Huge knee.
Right to the solar plex. Wow, that's 2 knockdowns in about 40 seconds. 1 on each side, but man, it was the knee to the solar plex that Sanchez landed on Ramirez and got him the TKO win.
Man, I want to see that replay because that happened so fast, and it looked like it was just a knee that it didn't connect flush, but
it was subtle.
It was,
you know, and sometimes it's the ones you don't see coming, especially if they catch you on like an exhale, and you just can't inhale again. I mean, wild. Yeah, I'd love to see that replay as well.
Right, here are the highlights and the finish. Yeah, there's that right to get things going.
Sits him down into a double leg. Here's the knee coming up in just a second. Oh, just right. Oh. So notice it was on the underhook side. His head's nice and high. I just don't think he saw it coming at all. I don't think he was expecting to get kneed at all. And that's why it did so much damage. Like when you see body shots coming and you flex for him, it's not so bad. I don't think he was tense or ready for a strike whatsoever.
Yeah, that was it. Because those punches, they didn't land that flush. I mean, those punches were just almost like dared to be there, but it was still that damage from that knee that had Ramirez still hunched over in pain. Let's make things official. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes. 1 minute, 13 seconds into the very first round. Declaring a winner by TKO, Christian Esqueleto Sanchez.
Congratulations to Christian Sanchez, picking up his 4th win. Moves his record to 4-2 now. We'll keep things rolling here. We still have 5 more amateur fights and 1 professional fight for you. So let's meet our next fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Joseph Rodriguez.
Joseph Rodriguez, looking for that first amateur win, 2nd time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. Coming off that loss to Elisha Wilson at Fury Championship 4 back in May of last year. Got tapped with the triangle in round 1. It was a quick tap, so hopefully we get to see a little bit more of this young fighter.
He has a catch weight at 130 pounds. Rodriguez, 28. His opponent, 27. So both guys a little bit older. Usually when, you know, you're past your early 20s, you kind of really settle into a weight class. We'll see if these guys end up dropping a flyweight or going to bantamweight on their next one. But looks like they found a good catch at 130. Both guys came in under their limit by a little bit, which is good. And both guys pretty green in their fight career so far. 0-1 versus 0-0. A good matchup.
All right, let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Joseph Gomez.
Joseph Gomez, debut fighter, as you mentioned, Alex, the 27-year-old, fighting out of San Antonio, training at Submission Concept. Gets a chance to get inside, get that experience, learn what it's like on the fight day. After Wayne announces your name, man, the excitement.
Yeah, I'm really glad Fury and, you know, a lot of other promotions do it too, but I'm glad they do these catchweight fights, especially for debuts, Alex, because, you know, cutting weight is part of the camp that can be very, very tricky, especially if you're not used to doing it. A lot of these guys are wrestlers, a lot of these guys have experience, but it's part of the camp you got to get through.
Our Tail of the Tape brought to you by OnlyFans. Make sure you subscribe to the Fury Fighting Championship OnlyFans account today. The height advantage and reach advantage goes to the 28-year-old Joseph Rodriguez. Both fighters did make weight for this 130-pound catchweight bout. Rodriguez is inside. Gomez is inside. Let's get our official introductions.
The following contest brought to you by OnlyFans is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series at a catch weight of 130 pounds. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 129.8 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he holds an amateur record, no wins, 1 loss. Here is Joseph Rodriguez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, and he weighed in at 127.4 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, today he makes his amateur debut. This is Joseph Gomez. Your referee in charge of the action, Craig Alvarez.
All right, Rodriguez, blue gloves, Gomez, red. Left touch.
Yeah, stiff strikes from both parties early on. It's not about finding the range, it's about throwing down. Most of it kicks. Rodriguez, the longer fighter, has been just out of range of a few of the punches as he hits a nice counter right hand there.
Ooh, nice little flurry there from Rodriguez. Gomez ties him up.
body again, does Gomez. Oh! Rodriguez getting a little high with his chin. Met the mark, the right hand. Some good head movement there from Gomez. He even dodged a back fist in the mix. Nice, good 1-2 from Rodriguez. Those guys really sit down on their strikes. Oh, another good right hand from Gomez, right on the chin.
Gomez feeling it now, loading up that right.
It's the fourth just slapper of an inside kick as he switches his stance. He's tearing up the thighs of Rodriguez.
Oh yeah, that left thigh is red.
He made him switch his stance off of inside kicks, nonetheless. It's pretty hard to do.
Ooh, another one. Oh, that is hurting for sure. The way he's walking right now, you can tell. And there's bruising on there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Oh, big right hand.
Oh, another one.
Gomez is chewing that leg up. That was a
that
low
was
blow.
right into
Man.
the cup. Yeah, that one. Rodriguez giving the sign of, it's all good, you know, it happens, but.
So the most common low blow that happens is when a southpaw's fighting an orthodox fighter and they go for that inside kick. And like, say like the southpaw throws that power inside kick as the ortho fighter steps in with a jab, it changes the target, you know, from the thigh to the cup unintentionally. And what was happening is Gomez has been fighting from both stances, and he's torn up the leg. He's torn up the leg of Rodriguez so much that Rodriguez is starting to kind of shift his stance. So I think he just kind of miscalculated the read.
Man, you might not be able to see it at home. Both fighters back in action here right now, but that left thigh is bruised big time on the inside now for Rodriguez.
Yeah, when Gomez throws those kicks, he is not playing around.
Now the reason it reddens up so much to the inside is it's mostly the foot that hits opposed to the shin. So like it will like slap and sting the skin, and it'll hurt, but it doesn't do too much structure damage like when a shin chops a quad for a low kick. Like you guys, we've probably never seen like an inside kick TKO, but Gomez is trying.
Yeah. Oh, another one.
Oh, there it goes.
That was a body kick.
There goes.
Body kick, yeah.
Yeah, what's he doing? I think he thought he was complaining about a low blow, but
That one looked like it skipped right off the liver there. That lead leg kick. And Gomez got a real tool with his left leg. Oh, Gomez with a little cut over his left eyelid. On his left eyelid.
That was a fantastic kicking display for a debut guy.
Yeah, it sure was.
yeah, this fight might be over if Gomez wouldn't have let him recover from that body shot.
Yeah, I'd be curious if we get that in the replay. Nice ad. He landed 2 right hands right on the chin as Rodriguez got a little tall. Rodriguez had some great off of the zone. He had a couple of flurries, but him being a little tall, he's just a little out of position, like right there.
Yeah, Gomez doing a good job of keeping his head off center. Even when he's throwing punches, head off center, he's a little bit far from him. Yeah, that's a liver shot.
Yeah.
And if Gomez would have closed that distance there.
He said, oh, all right, we'll keep fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you saw Greg Alvarez walking in there, and Gomez was almost like, wait, I guess we are stopping here for a second.
Yeah, referee was making sure he didn't need to stop it then.
Yep.
Debut so far for Gomez.
Yeah, Rodriguez is definitely being trepid with that left leg. Oof. All right, good left hand there from Rodriguez.
Rodriguez just biting down on that mouthpiece and moving forward, showing that true fighting spirit. And man, he has his work cut out ahead of him here.
Yeah, Gomez is moving in and out of shots really good.
Man, another one.
My.
We're gonna start seeing some reddening of Gomez's feet now. He's connecting so much.
Oh no, he just dropped his hand to block that low kick, did Rodriguez.
Yeah.
He's gonna get high kicked if he does that more than once.
Tell you what, Rodriguez is not backing down, man. He is still moving forward, trying to just go back to the basics, throwing that 1-2.
I'd be curious to see if Gomez throws that power right high kick.
Oh. Yeah, there's that body shot.
Oh,
you can see
man,
that.
that is it.
That's it.
Wow, a low kick TKO.
Wow.
That was chopping the tree down. What a debut,
Man, dude.
for Joseph Gomez.
Tore his body up, tore his leg up. And man, Rodriguez was in the fight throwing hard, but man, did he take some damage.
Look at that leg. Oh,
And what's funny, it wasn't even the inside kicks. I mean, now granted, those were awesome, but he just landed 2 thudding low kicks back to back. See, that's that shin bone digging into that quadricep and the nerves that run through there, and that'll just shut your movement down. Man,
oh man, that leg is torn up. Let's take a look at the highlights and the finish here.
Yeah, you see Gomez lands that outside kick to the thigh.
And you know, Gomez looks like a true flyweight. You know, he came in a little underweight on this catch weight. And with that kind of power, for a low kick TKO in your debut, that's awesome. That's an A+.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Alex, Gomez is being introduced to that flyweight class, and he's a contender immediately.
All right, let's make this official. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Greg Alvarez calls for a stop to the fight. 1 minute, 23 seconds into round number 2, declaring your winner by TKO, Joseph Gomez.
Oh man, that's gonna take a while to heal.
Yeah, it'll get worse in like 10 minutes too.
Yeah. You can see it right there when things are made official, just the swelling and bruising on both sides. That was wild. All right, let's get our next fighter out.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Joel Fagler.
Joel Fagler. This is going to be an interesting one, my friends, because Joel Fagler is 6-0, first time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. And this is a fighter that is, oh, sorry, we had a little, oh, we're good, okay. And he's a guy who just gets finishes, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, 6-0 with 6 finishes. I mean, when we asked about this guy, you know, first time in Fury, we asked about this guy, the one word they said, this dude is a monster.
Yeah,
which is good, because he's fighting a monster also.
Yeah, his opponent is 6'8".
Yeah, yeah, so 6-0, 6 finishes. I mean, you know, this guy's not well known here, but looking to make a name for himself and you know, immediately thrust himself into that heavyweight division. You know, we don't. The champion of the heavyweight division down there in the amateurs is available. He is fighting. He is defending his belt. So who knows?
And Fagler, black belt in Kempo Karate, trained by his dad. He says his brother Jason is actually the best fighter he knows.
Oh, wow.
So a family of fighting, training at Fagler's gym, his dad's gym. His dad opened that gym back in 1999 and trained him and his 2 older brothers to be MMA fighters.
Cool.
Yeah, that must have been a fun house to grow up in.
The legacy is alive. 6-0 as an amateur. It was cool. You know, he had the kimono on, he had the black belt on in Kempo Karate. So, I mean, he's going to be striking.
Also wrestled in college. Wait, I'm not done, guys. I mean, this is an impressive man. The 23-year-old wrestled at Emmanuel College and Bruton Parker College as well.
Yeah, 6'2", 75-inch reach. He's not a small heavyweight, but his opponent's going to make him look small. There's the big boys, and then you got the true heavyweights. So we got 2 true heavyweights here in the cage.
All right, Joel is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Sterling Smoke to the red corner.
Sterling Smoke. Get ready. Here he is, the big man out of San Antonio, Texas. 6'8", 263 pounds yesterday. 84-inch reach. Woo! The 32-year-old Sterling Smoke making a late push to potentially go pro, potentially go to the UFC.
Yeah, this is always, you know, these matchups are always so much fun. You know, it's good there's weight classes, but like the heavyweights, that's, you know, they say that the best fighter in the world is the heavyweight champion.
Yeah, these heavyweight matchups, Alex, you know, they're so much fun because you never know what's going to happen. Both these guys, even if you've never seen them fight, you know if they're heavyweight, they've got dynamite in their hands. If they land that 270 pounds behind one of those lunchbox hands they've got, somebody's going out.
Here's our terrible tape brought to you by Howlerhead Whiskey. Unleash that monkey spirit. Height advantage, reach advantage, as I mentioned, goes to Sterling Smoke, the 32-year-old. Both guys are inside for this heavyweight amateur bout. Let's get our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Howlerhead Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Heavyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he weighed in at 262.2 pounds. Fighting out of Augusta, Georgia, he holds a perfect amateur record. 6 wins, no losses. Here is Joe, the Sniper Fagler. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 263.8 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, his amateur record stands at 1 win, 1 loss. This is Sterling Smoke. Your referee in charge, Nick Gonzalez.
Man, this crowd is hot for our prelims. San Antonio, Sterling Smoke. And everyone excited, and now we get a chance to see the 6-0 Joel Fagler.
He's got a body lock here, but man, someone that tall, it's really difficult to gain leverage upwards to be able to bring them down to the mat.
Smoke doing a good job staying upright. Use that really long post to negate that first little body lock drag down. Nice, good defense there from Sterling Smoke. Nice.
Oh man.
There's that long jab of Sterling Smoke.
Yeah, Smoke got kind of a Thai style of striking, likes the low kicks, likes the knees. Oh man, he's eating a couple of nasty low kicks there from Joel.
Oh,
nice takedown. Caught the kick, swept the leg out, but Smoke right up to his feet. Doing a great job investing early energy on these get-ups.
It's got to be a little disheartening for Joe Fagler to be able to get him down, but not able to hold him, and then able to get in these good positions, you know, positionally to be able to get him to the mat, but you just can't get him down.
Yeah, a lot of energy invested too, and we don't score for it. It's almost wasted energy. And the heavyweights only have so much fuel. Nice little inside trip. Oh, to a classic knee pick. That was cool. That was that wrestling that you were talking about earlier, Raheel.
50 seconds left. Top half right now for Fagler.
Yeah, this is probably the most difficult spot to get up from. You don't have the room for your hips to scoot back. You know, there's no room for your shoulders to move. You have to kind of move through your opponent to be able to get back up to your feet here. And Fagler being 265 pounds, that's really difficult.
And a compact 260.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice little left there, snuck in. 10 seconds left.
There's a lot of weight to be, driving into you for what a good 40 seconds. Smoke's gonna feel the wrestling in that round for sure.
And I wonder if that was part of the game plan, because immediately we saw Fagler go right for it, takedown to work him, see if he can maybe get into that tank a little bit.
Yeah, I would imagine so. That's what it looks like.
You see that long jab from Sterling Smoke, followed by a low calf kick from Fagler. And then this was kind of the story that, you can see Fagler wanted to get this to the mat. He wanted to make this a wrestling match. Beautiful trip there from Fagler. And then, just kind of finished the round from that spot on top. And definitely think it's a Fagler round, but, Sterling Smoke showing that he can land those punches. He's got to be able to create some distance between him and Fagler.
Round 2.
Yeah, Sterling has got to throw that jab out there. Even if it's a feint, he's got to throw that jab out there to give Fagler something to look at. See if Fagler tries that trip again.
Six, 8 Sterling Smoke inside. You see our cameraman there. Got to be aware. You could get hit by him. Super close there.
Yeah.
That elbow's getting too close.
Yeah, you might want to lean back, cameraman.
Wouldn't that be something? There you go, nice little adjustment.
Nice good takedown there. Fagler got a good strong cross face in this half guard position.
Yeah, Sterling's got to get that underhook on the opposite side to be able to get out of this position. Unfortunately, whenever you leave your hands, this is one of those positions when you're trying to get up from it, you're going to take some shots. And do the right thing, got his head as close to his body as he could to make sure that the shots were minimal, but Fagler doing a good job of pushing him back to the mat.
Be curious to see if Fagler's going to advance here from this half guard position.
Fagler left that head up for a second. 8 right there from Smoke. Tightening things up now a little bit more. Under 1 minute left in round 2.
Notice Smoke keeps getting that underhook. Fagler really leans his hips over the hips of Smoke on bottom. Just putting all of his weight on that lever as he kind of settles right back into position. Very frustrating when you're on bottom. There's the pass, right in a mount, staying really low with his chest is Fagler. Smoke's gonna try to explode and roll, and he's either gonna roll him or give his back up. There's very little in between there.
Oh, now let's see, with 10 seconds left, is this going to be enough for Fagler to get a finish, or are we going to go to a round 3? And it looks like round 3, here we come. Took him a long time to get that full mount, and then when he got it, couldn't do much with it.
Alex, this is a perfect example of what we talked about earlier. the control matters because there's not much else going on.
Exactly.
And so, no, not much damage done by either fighter once they get down there. Smoke doing a good job of mitigating the damage from the bottom, but Fagler doing a good job of just keeping him there, but not able to capitalize on it. Does get to the mount, so all that does matter, but only secondarily, it seems like, with 2 of the 3 judges as far as consistency goes tonight.
Yeah, Fagler did open up a little bit with some ground and pound in the transitions. If he had a little more time, obviously he could have done more damage. But what I expect is Fagler to hit another takedown and probably advance the mount a little quicker next time and try to find the finish in the transitions. Because like round 2 is just like a better version of round 1 for him,
This is the first time that Fagler has gone to round 3. All of his fights have finished in round 1. Only one went to round 2.
Jab drops him.
Now Smoke with a little momentum to start round 3.
Use the front headlock to create some space.
Right hand from Smoke.
Smoke came alive a little bit there.
Nice jab. Smoke is starting to land here. See if he can keep this up. Spinning back fist attempt.
Oh man, big double attempt there from Fagler. Didn't work though, it was a lot of energy spent. He's got his hands connected on the single, but that's a big leg. Proven to be heavy. Smoke looking to work a crossface. Fagler doing some hand fighting, back into a nice body lock, but Smoke pummels that left side under.
Breaks that connection, does with that under. Does Smoke.
Smoke's only got 90 seconds left.
Yeah, and I think he needs a finish here in this third to win this fight.
Sam, I don't think it's going to happen in the clinch.
Yeah, you hear the crowd yelling for elbows in here, but this is an amateur fight.
Man, I don't think I know the rules.
Yeah, this may be a different fight if there were elbows allowed in here.
Under 1 minute left. Will Smoke have?
That was, man.
Oh man!
Those were clean right hands.
Joe Fagler did return with a couple of punches himself and now ties up Smoke.
Yeah, he absorbed them well, did Fagler, but man, those are some heavy right hands.
If you're Fagler, you got about 25 seconds. If you could just avoid another striking exchange because Smoke has been winning them in round 3. Oh man. Big moment there, 10 seconds left. Looks like we're gonna be heading to the judges' scorecards. Oh man, that was a fun round 3.
Wow. I didn't expect this fight to go the distance.
Round 3 highlights. There's all the striking of Smoke.
Man, he just missed on that get up, Alex. If that would have landed, this might be a different result here in the third round, but we saw Smoke start to land that big right hand. Again, Fagler just kept moving forward. I think this just took the wind out of the sails of Smoke. As soon as it went back down, he got us back to the mat. That was it.
So for Fagler, this is the first time he's going to be going to the judges' scorecards for Smoke. Third fight. All 3 fights have gone the distance. So 9 rounds of action already as an amateur. Let's see how the judges scored this fight. Here is Wayne Leggett.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka. All 3 judges score the fight 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Joe the Sniper Fagler.
Congratulations to Joel Fagler, moves that record to 7-0 now. And get ready because we have a fun fight coming up for you. Let's meet the first fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Cade Foradori.
Cade Foradori, 3rd time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage, 1-1 record here at Fury, 2-1 overall on a 1-fight win streak. Last fight here at Fury, KO Thomas Manise at Fury Challenger Series 5
With a knee to the body.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. Very athletic, very strong, got a great camp and team behind him. Been behind us good for a while.
Yeah, you see Andrew Craig over there in his corner. Trains over there at 10th Planet in Austin. And, has also worked security for Joe Rogan's mothership, as a lot of those guys over there at 10th Planet in Austin do.
It's a pipeline.
It is. Yeah, Joe's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. Let me support these fighters, give them a little bit of money, give them a job, but also they can still keep fighting.
And they're so high on this young man, Cade Foradori, at 10th Planet, as y'all talked about. We get another chance to see him. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome Zeke Cates to the red corner.
And the reason I said a great fight for him is because Zeke Cates is a guy who's just coming off a title shot against Joe Hendershot where he lost. So this guy who has a lot of experience, has made it to the top in the amateur series. Wasn't able to get the title, obviously. Hendershot, a masterful fighter. But a really good matchup here for 2 different stories.
Yeah, and Cade could equally contend for the belt. This is by no means a step down in competition. Zeke, it did come in a little underweight. I'm curious if making bantamweight's a little too hard, but Foradori will have a bit of a size advantage here, but man, Zeke's got the experience advantage, for sure.
Our tail of the tape brought to you by the Fury Unleashed podcast. The height advantage goes to Cade Foradori, even on the reach. Let's get this fight going with our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next fight brought to you by the Fury Unleashed podcast, powered by Live Oak Texas Vodka, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Featherweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet tall, and he weighed in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Austin, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 2 wins, only 1 defeat. Here is Cade Foradori. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 142.4 pounds. Fighting out of Victoria, Texas, his amateur record stands at 5 wins, only 2 losses. This is Zeke Cates. Your referee in charge, Professor Joe Solis.
And this almost feels like a title fight. Zeke Cates, Cade Foradori, Foradori blue gloves, red for Cates.
Little southpaw versus southpaw action.
Foradori use a lot of his kick package.
He proved to have a really strong clinch naturally in his last fight too. Nice. Good low kicks. Good to the body there from Zeke. Zeke pressuring him though. Oh man, Zeke's ripping to the body early. This fight goes past the first round, that'll start to really pay off.
Glad you said that, Alex. The story on Zeke is that pressure, is that striking, moving forward. Oh man, Cade with another big connect.
And Zeke's ripping him back though. Zeke able to really find the tip of the spear, as they say. Really trying to maximize that leverage. Man, that's the third just slapping low kick there. And usually southpaws lead legs aren't as conditioned because they're always going against orthodox fighters. So if anything, it's the inside leg that gets hit hard. So often you see southpaw versus southpaw, the super heavy low kicks, they'll do damage early on, but Zeke doesn't seem to be fazed by them. I think there's a speed advantage for Zeke, but a power advantage for Cade.
Very high paced, and you know, I'm always curious, Alex, to see 100% of the time when you lose the title fight, you come back and you are significantly better. It does a lot of good for you to be in a fight like that high profile. ZK's showing, you know, right now he's used to these better opponents and these higher profile fights.
I was just about to say this one matches up a little bit better for him because Foradori has such a fun standing style, but can go to the ground. But Hendershot was all about, look, you get to the ground, you might be done because he's so strong.
Yeah, Hendershot was my guy. We game planned very particularly for this fight. Oh man.
Nice exchanges there from both guys.
And Zeke's doing a good job keeping his foot on the pedal in terms of pressuring. He's done a good job not letting Foradori's strikes seem like they've done damage.
All right, round two.
Yeah, good first round. How do you guys score round one?
I would say Foradori.
A little more damage, maybe on
A
the
little
low
more
kicks.
damage. I think those low kicks are probably the difference. But man, that counter striking from Zeke has been nice too.
Yeah, nice body shots there from Zeke Cates. I think maybe this is the difference in the round. You know, counter striking from Zeke Cates, the striking from Foradori, the kicks, the difference maybe the takedown, but the damage from the kicks I think is significant in that round as far as scoring goes. But man, it's really a good fight so far. And Fury just continues to deliver on these matchups. The amateurs, the pros, whatever, man, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, you see in Zeke Cates' corner is Dylan Aguilar, and he really used a heavy body striking arsenal in his title defense victory in his last outing. And maybe the team just likes the body work.
What's next for Joe, by the way, for Hendershot?
Going pro against Cedric Hill in May for Fury. We're looking forward to that one.
Fun one.
Bunch of guys just took a deep breath whenever you said that, Alex. Now Hendershot joins.
Oh, man. Nice, good little check hook there from Zeke. Prior to that, a really slapping low kick there from Foradori.
Oh, man, that was so smooth.
Nice good 1-2 there from Zeke.
Yeah, classic style, looks down, goes high. Almost lands that head kick across the face of Zeke Cates, but
Zeke keeping really strong pressure. Oh, man, rips the body again.
Oh, man. Not only is he connecting, but man, they have some pop.
Yeah, and the timing to check those kicks, if you're a southpaw and don't go with as many southpaws, checking those kicks can be a really, less practiced defensive technique. As a matter of fact, when I go with good southpaws, I'll usually switch to Southie to smack that low kick, as they just don't get hit with it as much as orthodox fighters do. Oh man, ripping the body again to Zeke.
Oh.
was funny, Fordor shot right as Zeke was like either throwing a knee or like feinting a high kick. And yeah, we can see some more pretty heavy reddening of the leg on the outside of Zeke's right leg from all those Fordor low kicks. But it's not really stopping Zeke's movement down. He's still pressuring forward. He's still got a good little bounce on his toes.
Hard to see how that would have hit the cup, but
I mean, the kick hit him so hard it shifted his cup.
Yeah.
Oh man, those body shots in the Fawn's gloves are weird. For those at home, it hits you and it just like kind of takes your breath away. Nice, good low kick there. Oh, that one hurt him.
Yeah,
that one hurt him.
Man.
Oh man, Zeke lands a super left hand though. There's a check.
that Fordor needs to stay relaxed. He needs to not get too overzealous here.
Another good check. Yes, he cannot eat another low kick like that.
Oh. And that right hamstring is bruised up.
Fordor letting go of his hands here just a little bit in these exchanges. Nice 1-2 there.
And Zeke's ripping into those.
Wow.
Oh. Yo,
Yeah.
man.
That is nasty.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like a birthmark on the back of his leg. That's
Man.
really dark red.
I mean, the real, you know, note of this fight is those low kicks from Fordor. And then the body strikes from Zeke. But, you know, Zeke has not shown the same damage with his body strikes. And he's right there, we got that little stutter step. I mean, that shows damage. So there's some really big hooks there from Zeke.
And Fordor is just walking through those punches, man. Those body shots, I just don't see how they're not affecting him. Maybe as we go into the third round, they've got to be having some kind of effect on him. Those have been hitting the ribs, the body, the liver are getting close.
Consistently, too. Man, oddly enough, we usually don't see this many low kicks in a night, and we're still on the prelims.
Michael, did you give the guys a speech in the locker room today? Getting low kick bonuses? Man, 2 in a row again. Oof.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to do a seminar at 10th Planet over in Austin yesterday, and we rescheduled it because Fury rescheduled the card. This card was originally supposed to be on Friday night. It went to Sunday, so a lot of the fighters, a lot of the guys getting ready for the West Coast Trials next weekend were not going to be able to be there, so we decided to redo it. But I still went there and trained yesterday. Unbelievable facility. Always love going to visit those guys over there. And, you know, if you go to an open mat, there may be 120 guys at an open mat there on any Saturday or Sunday. It's crazy.
Good for them. That's awesome. Oh man. He's sliding down on those.
And you see Fordor kind of turn his hands up like, yeah, what about it? Just wonder how much of that is dramatic and how much of it, you know, they're really not bothering him.
So there's a little reddening on the abdomen of Fordor, but, you know, he's not really reacting to them. Crazy.
Yeah, and Zeke is not giving up on him. He is throwing those punches hard and heavy.
Yeah, they're calling for pressure, and Zeke's listening. Man, I'm curious if he's gonna maybe go over the top. Maybe like jab, and then one hook to the body, then change the trajectory and go upstairs with it. Nope, he's just digging to the body. That was a little forward bang to the body.
Man, and you can hear those shots, Alex. They're landing solid. I mean, we always say if you hear the slap, it's not as devastating as if you don't hear much noise at all. Those thumps are the bad ones, but when you can hear one slap and one thump in the same punch, that's pretty devastating.
Yeah, good knees in the clinch from Fordor, a tool he's used in the past.
Oh my gosh, man, what an exchange there. This is fun.
Oh, shoots into a knee.
Dory.
Zeke showing some really good takedown defense. About 30 seconds left in this third and final round. It'll be interesting to see what kind of damage the judges were looking at in the first and second round.
We just go in between rounds, say, let's get a fourth round in, guys. You guys game? Let's do it, please. This is a blast.
Absolutely.
And this is high-level fighting, Michael.
Yeah, this is two fighters that I cannot wait till they turn pro. These guys are going to be so good. I think both these guys have a bright future. What a fight.
Oh, that right hamstring, we'll get a shot of it, is bruised up. It's nasty, but man, that's the fighting spirit of Zeke Cates. He just kept pushing forward.
And Alex, we've talked about this a little bit before, but when you take those leg kicks, eventually your foot will start to drop. You'll drag it a little bit. You'll lose the ability to stand on that foot properly.
Yeah, it's weird. It stiffens everything up and numbs it at the same time. Man, good fight, a close fight, super competitive. You know, the real story here was the body shots of Zeke Cates versus the low kicks of Cade Fordori. Neither guy really showed, much damage, minus the one little stagger step from Zeke. But Zeke was pressuring forward more. He mostly negated the wrestling of Fordori. I'm curious to see this score as well.
Yeah, and this is again another great matchup. Their striking styles were very similar. I mean, they had both of them had very effective striking, but and never really went to the mat. When it did, they got right back up. But let's go see who wins this thing. Let's go to Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka. With scores of 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28, your winner by unanimous decision, Cade Fordori.
Cade Fordori with the win there.
Excellent fight.
Yeah, that was a great fight, and take nothing away from Zeke Cates, but also that is a big win for Cade. Zeke Cates, a former title contender, has obviously shown that he's an unbelievable fighter. Cade Fordori getting his last few selfies in there with Andrew Craig and Bob Perez. Let's go to Wayne, meet our next competitor.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Ryan Perez.
Ryan Perez.
Ryan Perez, 2-1, 4-time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. On a 1-fight win streak, Michael. Fought 3 times last year. All fights went the distance, so another fighter with a lot of cage time under the age of 21, 20 years old, and has that much cage time as an amateur.
Yeah, all that's going to prove to be valuable as his career progresses, as he goes through the amateur ranks, as he, his later turns pro. That cage time will pay off. However, they all love to get those. You do want to make a name for yourself. You do want to finish fights. You do want to get a reputation as a finisher. That's how you get those bigger time fights. That's how you get your way to the top as quickly as possible.
All right, Ryan decides, so let's meet his opponent.
Dragon Davila.
Dragon Davila. What's up, Andrew? Andrew Craig coming by, saying hi to us. 2-0 record, 3rd time inside the Fury Amateur Series cage. Both wins via rear naked choke. I know you love hearing that.
Yeah, I do. Anytime you're having a good ground game, Royce Gracie proved it from UFC 1. The ground game is as important as just about anything, and as the sport's evolved into the you know, the powerhouse that it is today of just such skilled fighters. You know, to get a submission now in today against the type of fighters that are out here, you know, it's a pretty amazing feat. The jiu-jitsu's getting better and better. The jiu-jitsu for MMA is better and better. And these guys are starting to train younger and younger. So, you know, everybody saw Horace Gracie in 1993, wanted to get into it. These guys saw Chuck Liddell. They saw Tito Ortiz. They saw those guys and decided to do it when they were 5 and it was available to them. So exciting for the new age of fighters. And yeah, anytime I love to see submissions, especially exciting submissions.
Our tail of the tape brought to you by Sheath Underwear, the height advantage for Ryan Perez, the reach advantage for Dragon Davila, the 21-year-old inside. 129 on the weight for Ryan Perez. Fight is still good to go. Let's get our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Howlerhead Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at 129 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, his amateur record stands at 2 wins, 1 loss. Here is Ryan Perez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in at 124 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, his amateur record stands at 2 wins, no losses. Presenting El Gallo de Pelea, Dragon Davila. Your referee in charge, Nick Gonzalez.
Well, if I had to guess, Dragon Davila may have been the high ticket seller today.
Yeah, he was last time.
And love these all San Antonio matchups. Oh, man. Oh,
hey.
All right, guys, somebody say it. I don't think this fight's leaving the first round. And it always does.
Yeah, 20 versus 21, their ages.
Oh, man.
And the only thing we're missing on the San Antonio card is Richard Odom. If you're out there, Richard, much love to you, man.
Yeah. Dragon's in on a single leg.
Yeah, like we're not in tune with all the gym rivalries like we are in Houston, Alex, but I'm sure Southside Fight Club and Ohana Academy, you know there's some heat between both guys.
Always getting matched up.
Back to the center we go now. Halfway through round 1. Oh, man, these guys are trading.
And Perez has found his range with his right hand. Dragon's throwing some low kicks, but not really setting him up. So, like, if he happens to low kick when Perez happens to throw a right hand, it's usually a recipe for a big shot. Oh, nice jab there from Dragon. Oh, man, big shots there for Perez.
Like every time Ryan Perez is hit with something, it almost clicks, and he just returns with a 5-6 punch combo.
Good double leg there from Dragon. Trying to get around to the backside of Perez. Almost successful. He's got a nice little body lock against the cage.
Dragon with those 2 rear naked choke finishes. You can see the direction he wants his fight to go. He's trying to squeeze himself to the back of Perez now.
Oh, big lift. Oh, but Perez staying topside. Good balance there from the youngster. Little drag down attempt.
Yeah, maybe not lift him. He needs to push the pit of your foot into that knee.
It's a risky move. Perez has got to get his left hand around the waist. He's going to get his arm trapped and get his back taken.
Took a bunch of punches there as well.
Now Dragon's got to post up on that left side so he can get around to the back of Perez. He could also sit through to his back for a triangle choke. Oh, but there's the underhook that Perez needed. Perez drags him down himself. Very competitive first round.
Wow, that was entertaining.
Absolutely.
As Dragon was walking back to his corner, he gave almost like a little frustrated that he knew he had a great opportunity there.
Man, yeah, Perez landed some really good punches in that first round. That was one of the best ones right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think Perez won this first round.
Yeah, I agree. Right there, that was the combo.
I think he landed the better of the punches. He stayed out of trouble, even though there was a little bit of control on the ground. You know, he stayed out of trouble. A little bit of damage here, but not much. Gets right back to the top and has a takedown of his own to finish the round. So, you know, very close. But I think Ryan Perez may have edged him out in that first round, Alex.
Yeah, I agree.
You see the Dragon pit right there.
That's right. We saw the pink shirts out in the line earlier coming into the building.
I love my parents. I'm very grateful for everything they've done, but they didn't name me Dragon, so I gotta complain.
I wonder if it's pronounced Dragon.
Who cares? You get to spell it.
Full name Orlando. Right? I think everybody just goes by Dragon now. Should just legally change it. If he hasn't already, I would.
Me too. If I start going by Dragon, will y'all call me that up here?
You got it, Dragon.
Dragon Alexander.
That's right.
The boxing a little more crisp of Perez. Oh, nice. Good left hand there from Dragon. Into the body. I think he's got Perez thinking about that takedown. That's where Perez is not engaging as much as he was in the first.
Kick.
And that's the thing. When you expect the guy to shoot, you don't do much and they shoot anyway. You might as well fire back at him. Transition up the double. Can he get his hands together? He's got his hands connected. Bang, big double leg right here in front of us. Keeps hands connected around the legs. See if he steps over. And he does. So Dragon figure fours on legs. Try to pin the base. Perez's pressure gets up and he gets to the back. He's got a nice little dual wrist ride.
Punches there, man. Dragon is so tight, so strong.
It's got to be frustrating for him not to be able to hold Perez down, because Perez has done a good job of standing back up. He's just taking a little bit of damage while he's doing it.
Some good chain wrestling there from Dragon. Really good stuff and underhooks here from Perez.
It looked like Perez was trying to slide that ninja choke in. And we've seen that a lot lately, Alex. People trying to go for that ninja choke whenever they're being taken down. Somebody's got that single leg.
We'll see if Dragon can get his right leg out. He'll have a really good attempt here. He's got to get that top right leg out, though.
Oh, that left arm is, that was in pretty tight for a second, but yeah, could not get
his
that
hips
leg.
were just trapped, yeah.
About 20 seconds, 15 seconds left here in the second round.
Oh, nice takedown there from Perez. Dragon back up to his seat quickly. Perez on a reshot.
All right, round 3.
Turned into a bit of a wrestling match in round 2.
So just to set the scene, guys, we still have an amateur title fight coming up. Hope Holmes taking on Lizette Ramos for the 105 title. Then we have one pro fight. Mo Oropeza taking on Marcel Mickens. And then we'll head to UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for Fury FC 88. Zach Borrego taking on Jordan Wright. And then we got Adam Vigil taking on Ivan Valenzuela. It's a middleweight Sunday, man. Main and co-main event. Can't wait for that one. So many interesting things to talk about with those final two fights because of the history of Adam Vigil beating Zach Borrego, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on.
Every fight on the main card has something notable, every single one of them.
Round 3.
A lot of pressure from Dragon. Now letting his hands go just a little bit more.
I mean, I think there's a possibility that Dragon's down 2 rounds to none, and you know the second round may be iffy. I think he did lose the first round, but you know he may have won the second round, but it's very, very close. I don't think either fighter can ride on that they're winning either way.
Yeah, agreed. It looks like Perez's pace has slowed quite a bit, though. And, you know, when you're fighting at 125. You know, you got to have good cardio. And then he busted weight, did Perez. And he doesn't look the most lean right now. You know, that's part of the game. The fighter's got to do 2 things. They got to make weight and they got to show up to the fight, and that is it.
Doing a good job so far staying upright here in the 3rd round is Perez.
Dragon so badly wants to get this fight to the ground. You can tell he feels like he has the advantage there. Left an opportunity in round 1 as he was walking back to his corner, was visibly frustrated.
Very nice. Oh, Perez exposes back here, trying to escape, but does a good job of pushing that hook out. Very nice there from Dragan Davila.
Yeah, Dragon's really used his wrestling very well in round 2 and 3. So far, there's only 30 seconds left. I think Dragon did enough in round 2 to take that round with his wrestling. And he's definitely trailing in this 3rd round.
Dragon unloading some punches. 20 seconds left.
Punching a deep whizzer. Looking for that little whizzer kick there from Turtle.
10 seconds.
Yeah, Dragon trying to put a stamp on this 3rd round with that takedown. I think this is obviously a Dragan Davila 3rd round. It's going to be a very close fight, but
yeah,
maybe right, Alex. Maybe 2 rounds to 1 for Dragan.
We'll see how the judges score this one.
So, you know, in round 2, there wasn't a lot of damage at all. You know, not a lot of striking, but there was the wrestling. I was talking about earlier. You know, if someone does more damage even with a 1 combo and gets held down, not a big deal. But since there was no real damage in round 2, I do think the wrestling and, you know, top control time did play a factor.
It's going to be interesting. If Dragon doesn't win this fight, the Dragon Pit is going to be really vocal about it.
I represent New York. I got it on my back. If they say that we lost, so I'ma bring it back. I love the dirty dirty. Niggas show me love. The day you start to bounce as soon as I hit the club.
21-year-old Dragon Zia looking for that 3rd win, as well as Ryan Perez looking for that 3rd win. 20-year-old. Both guys bright futures. Up-and-coming San Antonio fighters. Wayne is inside. Let's see how the judge scored it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka. With scores of 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27, your winner by unanimous decision, El Gallo de Pelea, Dragon Davila.
And Ryan Perez not happy at all, but man, you can't leave it to the judges. Tough fight there for Ryan Perez, but congratulations to Dragon Davila.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Hope Holmes.
Well, gentlemen, let's get a title fight. Hope Holmes, the first lady out for this 105 title. 8-5 record. 6-time fight for Fury Amateur Series. Coming off 2023, where she was super active in 3 days because she was competing at the IMMAF Pan American Championships when she went 3-0, 3 fights, 3 days.
Yeah, it's excellent experience. This is her 14th amateur fight, which is a wild number. She's been in the submission-only stage before, very experienced, always puts on a show, fights at a super high pace. You know, being an atom weight for the female is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, a martial artist, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt. So, you know, obviously has a stand-up game that's maybe second to none, especially in this division, in the women's division. And then a savvy ground game. You know, being a brown belt in Jiu-Jitsu, no stranger to competition, owns a gym. This is a family business for them. Both of their kids train, her husband trains, that's her head coach. Hope Holmes is all fighter.
How about this? She's going to be competing on that submission hunter card coming up with her daughter. She's on it as well.
Cool.
So that's a really neat moment for her. Let's meet her opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Lizette Ramos.
Lizette Ramos, training here at Ohana Academy. Rambo Ramos coming in with a 2-1 record. First time fight for us here at Fury Amateur Series on a 2-fight win streak. Also has taken a kickboxing bout, so has that stand up. And here's a little twist, here's a little layer for all this. This is a rematch. So both fighters faced off earlier in their careers. May of 2021 when Holmes beat Ramos via unanimous decision in her debut. And going back and watching that fight went to the ground twice.
All right.
So we're in for a treat.
Yeah, all the girls have so much more experience than in the last outing, and we have the 2 bonus championship round. And the show's gonna be moving quick, so don't blink.
Our tail of the tape brought to you by Space City Collective. Even on the height, reach advantage for Lizette Ramos. She's trained in everything. Whether it be kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, she has done it all. Both fighters are inside. Let's get our championship introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Space City Collective, is scheduled for 5 rounds and is for the Fury Amateur Series Atomweight Championship. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 4 feet 11 inches tall, and she weighed in at 103 pounds. Fighting out of Tomball, Texas, her amateur record stands at 8 wins, 5 losses. Here is Hope Hummingbird Holmes. And introducing her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 4 feet 11 inches tall, and she weighed in officially at 102.8 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, her amateur record stands at 2 wins, only 1 defeat. here is Lizette Rambo Ramos. And now with your final championship instructions, Professor Joe Solis.
All right, ladies, we've gone over the rules in the back. As we said, protect yourselves at all times, follow my commands at all times. Touch gloves if you wish to do so. Let's do this.
All right, let's get a title decided. Hope Holmes, blue gloves. Lizette Ramos Rambo in the red.
Man, here we go.
Another southpaw versus southpaw fight. I'm sure we'll see some stance changes every once in a while.
Hummingbird Holmes comes with that furious pace.
And both ladies coming in at under 5 feet. Is this our first one that's happened? Our first Fury fight that's ever happened?
I think so. I can't. We don't get too many atomweight fights as is.
Yeah, Hope made the comment in the pre-fight interviews about the UFC getting an atomweight division. And the truth is, there's just not a lot of 105-pound humans that aren't under 15 on the planet, and so much less fighters. And so it is unfortunate. I mean, of course, I'm sure the UFC would love to have a star at every level, at every weight class, 105 pounds included. There's not a lot of human beings that are willing to go in there, especially the ladies that are willing to go in there and bang it out, that are that size. But not these two.
Her counter would be like, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
This is where Hope Holmes is so good, that strength and clinch. She can grind out an opponent. He's absolutely comfortable going the distance.
Yeah, Hope is really strong. And you see she carries a lot of muscle on her frame and still weighs in under the weight limit.
Under 105, yeah.
Lizette trying to make some space here. Hope with some dirty boxing up against the cage.
10 seconds left. All right, interesting first round. Hope Holmes, final minute or so, just taking out all the offense.
Yeah, they both started so charged up.
Yeah. Yeah, it started out at a furious pace and slowed down quite a bit with the kind of the dirty boxing style of Hope Holmes. But I mean, at first, how many punches were thrown in that first 30 seconds? Of maybe 50 punches thrown in.
I don't think many breaths were taken either.
No. Both fighters just trying to find their range. You see Hope lands a couple of right hands there. Just trying to find the range mostly. Hope finally gets tired of it and pushes Lizette up against the cage, and that's kind of where the second half of the round went. Dirty boxing style from Hope Holmes.
Round two. 105 title on the line.
Lizette finding her range a little bit there early in the second round. There's a couple of nice shots.
Ramos settling in a little bit more to start round 2.
There's still a lot of tension in these exchanges, but they're a little more measured. They're not quite crashing as much as they were in the beginning of the first. Oh, good right hand. Hook drops her. And she's got the bite on the neck. If she's going to go for the guillotine, she needs to commit to the position. Now, Hope needs her right leg in play if she wants to really get her hips into this choke. Now, it can be done with just the arms, but she disconnects. So to finish mounted guillotines, it can often be done with one arm. That's how Luke Rockhold tapped out Bisping in their first fight.
Yeah, and it's actually easier with the gloves on to do it with the one arm, because whenever you push their neck down, your glove kind of gets trapped on the other side of their jaw.
And you can like wedge it in between your sternums and then even post the free hand on the ground so you can really bridge. Whereas if you have your hands together and your belly down, bridging is really weird, just like this. Just like this. Hope needs to clear the right leg and almost like sprawl from the mount and then post that right hand and then really get a torque. I mean, this is a good attempt. She got to try to free that right leg so she can really just drive her hips in. Because breaking that grip is harder than you think, because you have like, I'll bet you Hope grabbing her like left hip bone for that connection point. There's the mount. What Hope could do is post her right hand really wide. Oh, she unlocks and just starts to punch in the mount, maybe look for a back take.
Now trying to work that right hand across for the choke.
This is
this
deep.
going to be enough of a tap?
Yes! This is a tap. Congratulations to our new champion, Hope Holmes. Second round rear naked choke after dropping her, getting the mount. That was awesome. What a finish in round 2. When you win a belt, that's how you want to do. You want to get the finish. She used her striking and her grappling there. We'll see a replay in just a moment, but drops with just a short little right hand. Uses kind of a front headlock to get the top half guard, progresses into mount, and the escape attempt caught her in the transition, takes the back, locks in the choke, taps her out. Congratulations to Hope Holmes. Brings her up to 9-5 now with some hardware to take home, take back to the gym.
Yeah, and it's a bad position for Lizette Ramos, because whenever you do get on that mounted guillotine, you know, you've got to relax a little bit, and that allows her to improve her position just a little bit. There's Hope Holmes, you see her drop her there, goes down from there, she tries that, Lizette shows her back to try to escape. Hope very, very quick with that, and once she got this locked up, even though that front hand, that top hand is not in great position, Hope is so strong you're not going to pull that down.
Latched onto that choke so fast. And yeah, you got to insta start hand fighting. They grab the knuckles and peel it down.
Yeah, that's a beautiful finish. Let's go to Wayne for the finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 2 minutes, 28 seconds into round number 2, declaring a winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke and new Fury Amateur Series Atomweight Champion, Hope Hummingbird Holmes.
Congratulations to Hope Holmes. The 105 title is going back to Tomball.
Absolutely. With a finish, that was great.
And that wraps up our amateur side of the prelims. We do have one pro fight for you. We'll get that going here shortly. Let's meet our first fighter.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Mo Oropeza.
Mo Oropeza, second time fighting for us here at Fury. Hasn't fought since August of 2022 when he lost to Carlos Jimenez at Fury FC 60. Mo looking for that coveted first win as a professional.
Yeah, Mo has been pretty vocal about the fact that he wants Fury to come to Austin on June 9th. I don't know what's significant about that date, but Talked to Eric Garcia about it. He said they do plan to do a show in Austin this year. So
Yeah, I was hoping. Austin's a really cool spot. Great martial arts in that city. I'll tell you, Mo's gonna have his hands full. His opponent is a wild 6'3" at 145, which we will pretty much never see.
we think Mo's here. Mo taking his time, getting out here on the walkout. There he is.
Yeah.
He was waiting for the sparklers to go. He's like, I'm not going until the hydro starts, or till the
Pyro.
whatever, pyro starts. Hydro's different.
Well, you're totally different.
Yeah, it'd be a lot less fun.
Anytime we're here in San Antonio, obviously a big presence of the 10 Planet guys, and as you guys are saying, there are some plans to get to Austin. That'd be awesome. It would be a full circle for me. I went to the University of Texas and called all sorts of sporting events there. Never an MMA card, so I would love to do that. That'd be fun for me as well.
Austin special. I had a UFC fight in Austin.
Yeah.
Fought Josh Berkman, was able to guillotine the guillotine man himself, so that was cool. I always got a lot of love for that city. You know, not to mention that New Wave and B Team are there now.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan's, you know, comedy mothership. It's just really a really cool city. It's got a lot of really cool landmarks now.
It's changed so much. Has become a hub now for everyone. MMA, comedy, technology, great sports, F1 racing. Mo is inside. Let's meet his opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Marcel Mickens.
Marcel Mickens, 4-time inside the Fury FC cage on a 1-fight losing streak. He's a Muay Thai beast, man. That's what I like calling him.
Yeah, and he fights also Muay Thai fights outside of MMA. So Muay Thai, boxing, whatever it is, Marcel is ready to go. Had his pro debut was a win over Kyle Broadwater, and then a triangle finish over Josh Neely, and then, you know, unfortunately suffered the loss to Bryce Mitchell, but was 5-2 as an amateur. So, you know, quite a bit of cage time in here for Marcel Mickens, and like you said, Alex, very tough to deal with that tall frame.
Marcel, as you mentioned, that loss to Brian Mitchell, just got caught with a big right and could never just recover from it.
Yeah, and that was in the third round. You know, the first 2 rounds were funny. The guys were kind of jawing at each other. They both kind of had their moments. It was an entertaining fight nonetheless.
Our tale today brought to you by OnlyFans. Reach advantage, height advantage for Marcel Mickens, the 30-year-old. Trying to get that 3rd win as a professional. He is inside. 1 pro fight for you on our prelims broadcast. Let's get our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by OnlyFans, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC Featherweight Division. Introducing your first competitor, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 147 pounds. Fighting out of Austin, Texas, by way of Santa Ana, California. Today, he looks for his first win as an amateur. This is Mo Bow Down Oropeza. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, and he weighed in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, by way of Honolulu, Hawaii, he holds a professional record of 2 wins, only 1 defeat. This is Marcel Warlord Mickens. Your referee in charge of the action, Jake Montalvo.
All right, here we go. Pro rules in effect. Blue gloves for Mo. Marcel in the red.
Oh, man. Big jump knee there from Mickens. Oh, a nice right hand. Oh, a big step and clinch knee. He's got a good crossface. Switched off to a different grip, but goes back. So you'll see elbows in these pro fights and 5-minute long rounds.
That was a big elbow to get us going.
And those elbows make a huge difference, especially whenever there's a height difference like this and you're trying to take someone down. They can get a lot of leverage behind those elbows. As they're continuing to chase that single leg. Mickens gets his feet a little too close together. Oropeza grabs both and sends him back down to the mat. But
Mickens to the back take.
Oropeza wrestled himself right into a bad position.
Yeah, just holding on.
His arm was trapped. Now it's out.
Now let's see what Marcel, the Warlord, can do.
It's early in this round. They're dry, they're fresh, he's strong. It's the last time you want to have somebody on your back.
Just swung that right in, almost like a punch.
To the mount, almost, is Mickens. He could roll to his back and figure 4 his legs for a triangle.
Yeah, this is deep half here.
When he lose the head, though, he's got to prioritize that figure 4. Didn't really commit to that. If you're ever in that weird mount where their arm is trapped under, you got to be the one to initiate the roll. You can't let them roll you and be ahead in that position exchange. A big right hand there from Mo. The best thing he's done so far in the fight.
Opeza's got to be careful. Those long legs can jump up there around your head and neck before you know it. Doing a good job of keeping good posture.
Nice little sweep there from Mickens.
I don't know if I've ever seen somebody get swept from their standing on their feet, putting pressure down, and got swept to the bottom.
Mo's just, just really wants to get this fight to the ground. Seems like it's top or bottom doesn't really matter. He's putting himself in some weird spots.
He really hasn't made Marcel panic at all either with any of it. Marcel just cool with it, going with the flow.
This is very taxing for Marcel. I mean, he's being pushed up against the cage, but he's not really carrying the weight of Oropeza. Mo's not making him carry it. He's got his head over the top of him. If anything, Oropeza may be carrying the weight of Mickens.
Fans behind us getting a little bored with this, calling for a little breakup.
You'll see a change in the refs. Now we have the pro refs.
Yeah, none more pro than Jake Montalvo.
He has made some of the absolute best calls I've ever seen in MMA. He reffed, I think, my 3rd pro fight back in 2013. He's been in the mix forever.
Ten seconds left.
Mo kind of threw an elbow, but he's got a foot away.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the most significant thing that happened in the first round, I think. Mickens with that knee and then taking the back of Oropeza. Oropeza able to get out of it, but a lot of dirty boxing up against the cage, but no real damage. I think that's a Mickens' first round, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it kind of neutralized the wrestling of Mo. Did what damage you could with the elbows and the hammer fist. Mo seems just super content to just really try to wrestle and grapple on this one. And I've granted with the height and length difference, I know it's challenging. But being able to call audibles and, you know, find ways to do damage is what makes the sport so much fun.
Round 2.
Oropeza's corner talking to him very intently between rounds. We'll see what adjustments they make here.
Yeah, Mickens really trying to keep Mo at the end of his punches and kicks. If you're tall and long and you can do that, like Izzy's probably the best example in the world at it. Gonna give guys a lot of trouble. Oh, good right hand there from Mickens.
Oropeza just has not been able to reach Mickens in the striking yet.
Oh, good body kick there from Mickens. Mickens kind of smelling blood. Stalking him down a bit more.
Oh man. Big kick connects. And with Mickens, when he does eventually walk down his opponent, that's why I want to see more of that flurry from him. More explosive moments. He's so good at picking his spots. Is Mickens, but man, he starts unloading. It's hard for anyone to overcome it. Ooh, big knee.
Nice job by Mickens to pull the hands up of Oropeza. Takes a little bit of leverage off that takedown attempt. Oropeza's doing a good job of pulling the legs out, but again, those long limbs of Mickens. Looked like Marcel Mickens was going to have the back there for a second. Oropeza doing a good job. Marcel put a lot of pressure on the face of Oropeza up against the cage using that taller stature.
Yeah, I'm surprised Mickens doesn't let his hands go and back out. That's why not.
Under 2 minutes, round 2.
Oropeza, you can see he's trying to get under that arm. He's trying to come out the back, trying to take the back. Mickens not able to turn his hips all the way around because that leg is trapped. It's going to be really difficult for either of these guys to improve from this spot. They're both kind of stuck.
Something has to give.
A weird position.
Yeah. Very nice from Oropeza.
So that's where the long legs of Mickens actually played against him. Got all tied up in that exchange.
Under 1 minute left in round 2. See what Mo can do with disposition. First punch thrown.
He's got about 40 seconds here, and he's right in front of his coaches. So
he's going for that teepee compression move. It's a weird one. You like use your hammies to like crush their rib cage. Doesn't really work that well. Mike, are you familiar with that one?
yeah, I'm familiar with it, but there's no way my hands would touch trying to go behind my legs like that with somebody in the guard. There's no way.
Good little reshut there from Mickens. Ends up on top.
All right, round 3. Final round coming your way of our prelims broadcast. Don't forget, we are heading to UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for our main card broadcast. 7 fights scheduled for you, including Jordan Wright taking on Zach Borrego, the Dragon, out of New Hill. Ivan Valenzuela in the co-main event. And there are so many good matchups throughout that entire card. I can't wait. This is going to be a fun night of fights. Make sure you subscribe to UFC Fight Pass if you haven't already. If you have, you know the drill. Fire it up. Cast it to whatever TV you want. Watch it on your tablet. Make it super easy.
Yeah, Fight Pass has a tremendous fight library. They had recently uploaded a lot of Houston's old school fights back in the day. All my old fights were uploaded. I hadn't seen them in years.
Really?
Really cool, yeah. A big hug for these
nice
guys.
Hug. Nice show of respect.
Oh,
man.
Both guys actually landed pretty well there.
Fight Pass is great and added that feature where you can just search by fighter now, and it's so easy for fight prep for us.
It's funny, sometimes if you kind of force a switch, it can tweak your shoulder. And it looked like Mo tried to use his legs to trap Mickens' hand there, but both of them kind of bailed on it.
Yeah, and his head is on the wrong side really for the switch. I think he's just trying to keep his head in position there, trying to keep it from crossing. In this case, because I think he thought he wanted to throw some strikes or elbows from there, but Lopez is staying active.
Surprised not seeing Mickens go for any elbows here. Doing a good job trying to get up. At least switching the hips of Mo.
I don't know if you guys can see it at home, but that is not Roberto Duran over there in the tuxedo right next to our fighters right now.
I think that's a judge.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Man, he dressed
Yeah.
to impress here. I saw him walking around. I was like, who's the guy in the tux?
Yeah.
But now as a judge, good for him, man. Making the most of this Sunday night out.
I think every judge has a coat on.
Yeah, they usually dress well.
Yeah.
But hey, the tux almost overdressing in a good way. I should have worn my tux. Nah, I don't have a
I
tux.
was going to say, there's no way you have a tux.
No.
He has one, but it's just the bow tie, the cufflinks.
That's it.
Here you go. You got to think Montalvo's going to jump in there here in a second, get him off the cage, and send him back to the center. Not a lot happening here.
Yeah, there it is. On cue. Mo's corner saying, open up those hands, get it going.
Orteza trying to get something going here, trying to get a good position. Every time he looks like he's going to get a decent position on the ground, Mickens is able to stand up or kind of foil the plan because of just how long he is.
Those are elbows.
Yeah, those are good. And he's got the length to make him really do some damage.
Oh. 130 left. I'm not even sure what happened there. That was interesting.
It looked like a kind of a super sprawl onto his head or something. He's relentless in his pursuit to get this to the ground.
Some big elbows in the process. Marcel's corner urging him to turn, Mo, and he does.
Good knee. All right, just under a minute left. Nothing very significant has happened the entire fight.
Mo's corner saying all hands now. A big connect there. Is this going to be enough for Marcel? 30 seconds left.
That's the most significant moment of the fight. Drops him with the right hand. Does Mickens?
As soon as you say something, there it goes.
Ten seconds left. Up elbow. Another one. At this point, you just kind of throw it to throw it. See if something connects. But man. Let's take a look at our round 3 highlights.
Everhill, I think, Alex said it there in the last 30 seconds or so was the most significant thing to happen in the fight. Here's that super sprawl where he sprawled around, lands on his head. But right here in this exchange, boom, that right hand landing right on the chin, puts Oropeza onto the canvas. And
see, in that moment for Marcel, I wish he went in with more of an aggressive approach to try to finish that fight.
Yeah, the pacing was just different in this one. Mickens just seemed super cool and calm.
Yeah.
Kind of no matter what was happening. Mo would like shoot the singles and just kind of sit there, but no real urgency to do any damage or advance them out of the bat. It was the pacing was just different in this fight.
I thought Mickens would come over and argue with us about it. Just jumping up on the cage right in front of us.
And there's no catwalk for us, so he would have fallen right through the tables like a wrestling match. All right, let's see how the judges score this.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision, brought to you by Live Oak, Texas Vodka. All 3 judges score the fight 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Marcel Warlord Mickens!
Congratulations to Marcel Mickens on getting his 3rd win as a pro. And that will do it for us on our prelims broadcast for Fury FC 88. Don't forget, we are heading to UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we will see you there for Borrego versus Wright. On behalf of the entire TNA production team and the Fury team, for Alex Morono, for Michael Alexander, I'm Hill Ramzani. Thank you for watching our prelims broadcast. We will see you at 4:30 for Fury FC 88.